Right, still no dragon, but notice he has almost an entire family set of hyper ovals. Hey you, before the video starts, consider dropping a like, a comment, and maybe consider subscribing. This really does help the channel grow. On to the video. Hey guys, it's Main here, backing in with another account review. Today we are looking at Nekri's account, as he's known in Twitch chat, otherwise Darklighter as the Idleon character name. Frequent visitor of the stream. I don't think he's here today, ironically. So we'll just jump into the account review. First thing I want to touch upon on the dashboard specifically. Also, let me zoom in. I kind of like this as opposed to this, because if I zoom in any further than this, it kind of breaks Toolbox. So for those of you who have been commenting about zooming in, I hear you. Just this, I feel like, is the best zoom in I can get without breaking my normal view of Toolbox. Anyways, let's... Oh, shoot. Someone mentioned timestamps and such. Yeah, it's around 4:30. Okay, let me make note of that real quick. But on the dashboard... roughly Nekri's account review. Okay, so on the dashboard, first thing I notice is that there's no Dragon Warrior statue, but I see that you have hyper ovals. So to me, it kind of logically stands that you have Samurai Guardian, and you have almost all the pets, but you're missing Dragon Warrior statue. Why is that? I mean, I looked at your hole just briefly off stream and I was a little flabbergasted by this. You have almost... You have the important villagers at like their max level capacity, but you don't have Sanctum. You've only progressed 2 of the Gambit Cavern things. Okay. So, Nekri, number one, like, immediate thing you can do to really progress your account. Actually, I want to double check something real quick. Okay. So, Nekri, number one, obviously log in. Number 2, go to the Gambit Cavern and complete these. Is number 1. Is number 2. I can't count. Because you're missing a lot of points in the Gambit Cavern, so you're missing out on some pretty important things, such as the gains from clickers, the +1 trim slot, the 2 times extra snail mail every day. You have a level 16 snail. You can very, very significantly increase your snail mail that you're getting, and really progress your snail a lot faster than you are right now, just by unlocking this upgrade. That's a really significant one. You're also missing some extra stealth. You're missing some bones on your Deathbringer, and you're also missing the 2 times daily particle bonus, upgrade bonus. For someone in Cavern 14, for someone as far progressed as you are, and honestly, I kind of want to look at your summoning. Endless 51. May 3rd, 2025 at 11:02. I am so confused. So hold on. He has the stamps, so he's not waiting on the quest. He gilded a refinery stamp. Interesting. You did bug sack before you did Matty Bag. Okay. Interesting. How old's the account? June 19th, 2022. 3 years. Almost. Sorry. Anyways. So. Where do I start? I think I start with summoning before touching Gambit. So let's talk about summoning. You did the important thing. So it seems like you're kind of focusing on essence generation, which is completely fine. I think you should probably do a summoning double or reset if you go to the lamp, to the reset upgrade, you should be able to select summoning essence doublers to reset them. I would put them all on damage and mana generation. So here's the exact ones you want to do if you want to push damage and, you know, obviously try to push more endless summoning waves, more in the Gambit Cavern, etc. Number one, you want to do infinite damage. Infinite damage, really good, fantastic one to do. Secondly, you should put on, I think damage laundering is good. I can't remember specifically. Yeah, infinite damage and damage laundering. Those are pretty good ones, safe ones. I would hold off on the, I can't remember, is red good? I know purple's good. Okay, for sure, damage laundering, infinite damage. Number two, mana dividends, final card. Mana Renar. Did I do brutal units? Brutal units for sure. That's 6. Sharpened spikes. Stronger units. Starting mana for real. It's 9. Unit damage. Mana generation. That's 11. All right, we have 3 more, I believe. 3 more. Beefier units, merciless units. It's 13, so we need 1 more, and then units of destruction. I think that's all the damage. Oh fuck, hold on, sorry, not units. Forget merciless units, I believe. No, forget units of destruction. Put it on seeing red. I think that covers everything. So please hold. Red's bad. Red's bad, so don't put it on merciless. Okay, hold on. Let's physically show you which ones you should do if you're trying to progress damage. So, again, go over here, reset your summoning doublers. Come over to World 6. Open the board. So, you'd want to do, like I said, infinite damage. This is really good. Yeah, this one's kind of bad. If you need stars to save, don't put it on units of destruction. Damage laundering's good. This just happens to be in a bucket that's already like overfilled with damage multipliers, so it's not that good of a bonus. I'm trying to remember if seeing red's good or merciless units. So the damage ones from red and cyan, if you need extra summoning doublers, don't put it in those. Those give you less impact in terms of damage. Seeing red is by far one of the best damage upgrades. Unless you have glass cannon, then you know you're kind of fucked. Purple, notice my damage to 2538 mil. It's now 4854. It's just a true doubler. Do mana dividends. Mana generation is really good. Mana generation here is really good. Starting mana for real. It helps you with mana generation. Mana Rar, this one's really good for damage. For mana generation. And then the base damage ones are all really good. Beefier units, so you see here I'm at 4854. If I double that, now I'm at 7 billion. This one, I'm at 7 billion. I go up to 8.5 billion. This one right here, I'm at 8.5. I go up to 8.9. And I believe this one as well is also really good. 8.9 to 9.7. And then final card is really good. And last one, sharpened spikes. Those are ideally what the ones you want to max out. So infinite damage, damage laundering, brutal units, sharpened spikes, seeing red, all 3 of the mana generation ones, plus final card, plus starting mana. And then from there, focus on the base damage. So you have the blue damage, the white damage, the yellow damage. And then if you have any left over, I would go into red. I would go into cyan. Anything else that's left over from that, it's really up to you. Honestly, I'd probably do essence gen. I'm really not sure, but you don't have enough essence doublers, summoning doublers to really focus on much else outside of that. So up to you what you'd prefer to do there. I'm just kind of distributing this before I completely forget, because knowing me, I absolutely will forget. Also, some of the essences just aren't really worth to double in terms of essence generation, such as yellow. I feel like it's kind of mid, not really worth to put essence doublers on there. If you're struggling for spots, just be mindful of that. So yeah, in terms of damage, those are the ones you want to double because they give you the most damage bonus. I'll swap back over to the account review. Yeah, don't do jeweled cards. Jeweled cards is complete bait. You might just kind of destroy yourself out of progression if you put it on jeweled cards. I just wouldn't do that. It's very hit or miss. Yes, final card doesn't factor in that for mana generation. It's just the multi cards that give you more mana generation. So by getting jeweled cards, you might be limiting yourself in the short term. Sure, it's kind of explosive growth, but it's also kind of gambling essentially when it comes to summoning. So I wouldn't recommend it. So stay away from jeweled cards. Everything else, like I mentioned, is complete fair game. Mana generation, number one. The cyan damage is pretty good, except that basic one at the beginning. And yeah, that's it. So once you have those doubled, you can really start to push endless summoning. You're at 51 right now. You can absolutely get to like 90 where you are right now. I imagine you have enough damage, Necri, and you can definitely push this a little bit farther. But once you get the essence doublers, you can go back to the hole and try to get even better times on the Gambit Cavern, because your number one priority is trying to get to this last official like upgrade, which is the daily particle bubbles. This is insanely powerful. Because essentially, instead of getting what was previously the cap of 70 bubble clicks every single day, now it's 140. If you get the plus 20 from Windwalker, which I don't think anyone has the full plus 20 atoms, you get what, 220 or something like that atom clicks every single day. It's insane. This is by far like one of the best things to come out of the Gambit Cavern. So this is just absolutely insane, and you need to push this if you want to call yourself an end gamer. Like, this is a requirement how good this is. Also, Gambit points are relatively easy to scale now. I mean, you have the measure at 16, so you could spend more time and upgrade the Gambit points here. This is actually pretty good. You can also get more Gambit points here by upgrading the Studier. There's also a Jartifact for it, which has been added in the more recent update, which is Murky Fabergé Egg, which you don't have yet. But this gives you Gambit points. And yeah, there's just a lot of ways to scale it. So, you know, why not? But yeah, once you have those particle upgrades, it really helps your account progress, because you can really start focusing on upgrading your bubbles a lot more. Honestly, in terms of bubbles, I think you should really focus on some of the gem acquisition ones. Your level up gift is really low, so I'd recommend trying to get this bubble up actually to like 750 to 1,000. Just, it's a free source of gems. Why not get free gems? Big Game Hunter is also really good. I saw that you aren't really doing any giant mobs. What's up with that? So if you want free gems and free time candy, there you go, man. But yeah, outside of that, you obviously have the usual suspects if you want to pump atoms into it. So you have Warrior's Rule, Archer Bust, Mage's Best, Hardy Diggy, Strong Tools, Hocus Chopus. Some of these bubbles you may be eligible to do candy clicking on it if you are truly wanting to do that. I do have a short on how to candy click your bubbles, so I recommend looking at that if you ever need it. Definitely a good kind of resource for you to use if you want to try to do that. I take it you're more inactive in the game, so I don't fully expect you to do that, but if you want to instead focus your atoms on it, also completely fine. Just kind of be aware that candy clicking is something that's probably in your realm of possibility. If not now, after you get Dragon Warrior statue is definitely something you can do. Speaking of Dragon Warrior statue, reset your opals, put every opal on Explorer, bar none. Getting to Cavern 15 is so incredibly important, not only for unlocking Dragon Warrior statue, not only for getting an Onyx, not only for trying to get it to like 150 or 200, which you should do, by the way, but you can also get a lot, and I mean a lot, of drop rate from Sanctum. So every layer of Sanctum that you can complete, and getting to 21 layers in Sanctum being relatively easy to do, gives you 20% drop rate. That's 0.2x drop rate. You have, if I'm assuming you probably bought all the packs that give you the drop rate multipliers, but if I have 21 waves of Sanctum done, I have 4.2x drop rate. Like, that's That's insane as a base. If that gets multiplied by Arc Lord of the Pirates, I'm assuming you have like at least 100k kills to a million, probably not a million kills, 10k kills on Arc Lord, 100k. I think you're probably nearing like 1.2 times multi. And then if you have, which pack is it? It's like another 1.2x multi for drop rate. And then if you have Malay, that's another 1.3x. So that 4.2 or whatever it was before is giving you 7.86x drop rate. Now, I'm not sure which ones are in buckets, if they add together or if they're multiplicative with each other, but you're getting up to 7.9x drop rate added to your character sheet. Just having the hole unlocked and pushing it for like a day or 2 days. That's pretty good. Anyways, you have Samurai, you have a lot of opals. There's no reason why you shouldn't be at Cavern 15 at this point. Because, I mean, you have 206 opals. On this character, you have 178 million EXP an hour. $329 hours. Is that accurate? That's not accurate, is it? No, that's because it's going from pure 58 billion. Please hold. 58. Divided by 178542181. 123 hours. It's not bad. Yeah, I would do it. And then in the meantime, let me just double check this, see if there's no like misallocation of anything. Ooh. Okay. This is bad point investment. This right now is probably bad point investment. This is bad point investment. This is bad point investment. So I would, if you also have the wishes left over, I would respec those and put them into study rate instead. Because the more you study, the better you can upgrade things like the bell, upgrade the lamp, upgrade hive, motherlode, evertree to help you get more opals from that as well. And I suppose in those 130 hours that you're waiting for Explorer to progress, you can also stick your characters onto Justice to get the... I was wondering why the Monument AFK gain looked low. So somehow he has pushed this far in the hole without a lick of Monument AFK gain from Justice. He has two... How do you have... Arcade? He has a reindeer pet, so that's 200%. Did I hear alchemy? You have never been so wrong, Zadek. So How long has Justice been out? You have not touched Justice except to get 10k hours on it. 8 months. Hold on. No, hold on. Justice has not been out for 8 months, give or take. It's been, okay, hold on. November? October? No, wait, hold on. November. 6 months. It was roughly a month after the whole actually launched because Justice was an added update afterwards. So it's been 4 months since Justice. In 4 months, Necri, you have not touched Justice at all. You haven't clicked start run on Justice in 4 months. And it's still taking you 123 hours to go from level 14 Explorer to 15. You don't have a single upgrade into EXP for villagers from Justice. I don't know, he's gotten AFK hours. He has 20k hours in the Justice Monument. He has 20,000 hours in Justice. It hasn't done a single run. Do I even need to spell out how insane this is? If you're watching and wondering why I am having an aneurysm over seeing this screen, I don't think you've watched any of my videos where I talked about the whole at all. Okay. Hey, Zadek. Zadek, are you able to take a screenshot of the rewards you have from Justice? Are you still working? After lazy, what's the word? Negligent. I think so. If you want any advice to take away, I have a hold on, actually. Let's see if the algorithm likes me. If you, I guess, want to try to learn and follow along to Justice, I have a 2-hour video of me just doing Justice runs for people. I don't really explain my logic here, so if you don't want to watch that giant ADHD fest instead, I think this spreadsheet is still outdated. Let's see. 3/16/2025. Is this still outdated? Does anyone have an updated sheet for this video about the Torrid? Yes, I am still playing Warframe. So, at any rate, my advice is actually, you know what? There's one tips and tricks. Okay. I don't want to leak DMs, Zadek, sorry. Open link. Here we go. Okay. So, what are you missing out on? Why is Justice important? Sorry, this is my toolbox. So here's a pic of Zadek, who is like on one end of the spectrum, a Justice enjoyer. Zadek is known in our Discord for being absolutely insane when it comes to candy clicking. He inspired me to make a candy clicking video. I consulted with him on the candy clicking video to make sure I had my facts straight. Here we go. Here's this tips and tricks sheet. This has recommendations which you should click on. Reasoning as to why it's good, the exact encounters, the way what accepting and rejecting would do, what dismissing would do. Please look at the sheet to help guide you through the monument. So going back to it, Zadek is one of the more dedicated players of Idleon, I'll say. He's on one end of the spectrum, insane when it comes to justice. I want you to take note, this man has 28,000 levels of the class EXP gain in justice. What is that giving him? After the multis, after everything's factored in, 125,000% class EXP. Now, why is that significant? Because if you look at grind time, a level 30,000 grind time, which he has several times this number of grind time, is only giving me 9,468. So if you ever want to scale class EXP, you need to do justice. 9,468 divided by 125,232 is barely 7.5%. 7.5% of the class EXP this man's getting from the Justice Monument. Now, what does that look like on the actual character sheet with all the class EXP multis and all that? Let's see if I can find a screenshot from a while ago. One that he didn't Photoshop. Here we go. Here was Zadek's class EXP multiplier as of April 27, 2025. So, if you want any motivation, Necri. Yes, this is before medallions, I believe. So, Necri, you have all characters at 650. I want you to ask yourself, how much of a pain in the ass was this? I want you to self-reflect. You've been pushing, doing this grinding. I guarantee you Voidwalker was an absolute pain in the ass for you. Imagine having literally like 5 levels of class EXP, like 500 levels of class EXP, which you could have easily gotten if you had done justice at least 10 times in the past 4 months. And how much easier this grind would have been. Anyways, moral of the story, do your monuments more than 0 times. Because if you are struggling pushing the hole, your monuments are the first things of how you scale villager EXP. It is so incredibly important. This man has almost every single multiplier available to him in terms of villager EXP. He has Samurai Guardian, but almost has 0. Oh my god. He has almost 0 EXP gain for villagers on his monuments. So, I mean, it's no wonder why it's taking 123 hours to get your Explorer to level 15. It's no wonder. Because you don't have any EXP on your characters. Anyways, moral of the story. Do your monuments. I'm going to move on. I mean, stamps are good. I would try to get Mandy Bag stamp up to level 420. I would maybe try to push Mason Jar. I think you can probably get there. Nah, 168's fine. 168's fine. Crystalline Stamp. Okay, this one you could definitely get up. Oh yeah. You have enough carry capacity for a lot more levels of this. You can get it to 240 naturally with a 0%, or 240 with 30% or 90%. It's fairly easy. You can push this up quite significantly higher. This will help you with more crystal spawn chance, help you on more statue grinding and stuff. If anything, the next target I would probably focus on for stamp doublers would be either summoning or divinity. The reason summoning, the reason summoning is good is because the more EXP you get for summoning, the more levels you can get. Every 20 levels is essentially a multiplier for star signs. It's just, summoning is just really good, really hard to get EXP for. So this is one of the ways you can get summoning EXP. Owl, your owl would go by so much faster if you did Gambit Cavern, because it gives you a multiplier for clicker resources, so you could more easily get to 19 Mega Feather. Alchemy. Wait for our man Zadok to come back. Here's some more class EXP you can get by doing some more active Bubo. Like we mentioned, getting level up gift to like 1,000, getting big game hunter to 1,000 to help you get more free to play gems. Lava did technically nerf giant spawn chance because of the nerf to the what's the shrine called? Crescent Shrine. This number was nerfed from 10% per level to 7.5% per level or so. So in nerfing crystal spawn chance, he also nerfed giant spawn chance. So you want to get as many sources of reduction of that as possible, and big game hunter is one of the ways you can do that. You have all the vials at 13 that you could realistically get, so I'll harp on you for this. Okay. Wow. Why is that red? Is the lab node disabled? For sigils? Is that... No, it's on. I don't know why it's red. It's weird. Okay. If you're at all considering doing a breedability push, trying to get more crit chance on your Windwalker, I would recommend coming to Toolbox and just kind of hovering over this this bonus here to see what's actually giving you this multiplier. So hello. A big one, I'm out of focus. A big one is going to be meal. There is the eggplant meal. It's the only breedability meal that you can get. Getting a ribbon on that, getting that to level 110 will give you the most amount of effect possible to help you push breedability on your characters. There's also a star sign for it, making sure that's active and doubled on your Beastmaster to help you get more breedability and shiny pet speed. The lamp, there's a lamp wish for this. It's the World 4 stuff. It'll help you get breedability. There's a level, there's an upgrade in breeding itself in the upgrades menu to help get you pet rate and breedability rate. There's also crops, finding more crops, getting pushing Deathbringer some more because the crop scientist pencil multiplier, getting Writhing Grimoire, all that stuff would help contribute towards more breedability multi. And yeah, so you're missing probably thousands of times breedability multi, so it's a little bit of a pain in the ass for you to level. But as you can see here, you have some of these pets that are taking actual seconds to do. So getting like a single kill on Windwalker might actually push this from level 1 to level 2, and spending a couple minutes would probably push this from level 2 to level 3. That's how easy some of these pets are to level when you are active on Windwalker. And the reason being active on Windwalker is important is because Vman has an has a talent called Enhancement Eclipse, I believe. It's this talent right here. If you're wondering what each of the enhancements are, if I go to Idleon Wiki Void Walker, has a list of the enhancements right here. It is level 150 Whale Wallop. You get max levels to whale summons, more range. Also, when you're active on Beastmaster, it has a 50% chance to reduce incubator, fence yard, and spice territory time by 3 seconds. Yes, this does work as of May 3rd, 2025. You can push breedability, you can push shiny pet levels and all of that by leveling up and getting that enhancement and being active on Windwalker. That'll help push your breedability, help push your shiny pets. It'll help push your spice time, incubation time, getting more eggs and such like that. So it'll really help the breedability push, and that's what kind of makes Breedability 7 even possible to begin with. Is active Beastmaster, active Windwalker does help push that. So, moral of the story, if you want more crit chance on Windwalker because the talent scales off of breedability levels, make sure to actually get these pets in your fence yard, the heart version of these pets into the fence yard, and just be active on Windwalker with level 150 Enhancement Eclipse on Vman. Good. I mean, Pet Arena's done. I don't know what it's expecting, but I was expecting it to not be done, to be completely honest with you. Meals. Hey, what's the matter with you, huh? Okay. So, how far have you pushed this? Like, okay. Are you like World 3, World 4? I gather you're World 3. Probably World 3. Yeah. You didn't kill World 1? What? Holy moly. Okay. So you're missing an abomination that is extremely important. Go to the roots. This map right here, there's an abomination in here. You can probably kill it in like 1 hit. And this gives you, I think, Tempest damage, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, Tempest damage. It is, you're missing so much damage by not having this upgrade. Yeah, I recommend looking at Toolbox. It has, you know, where you can find these abominations, but this will help you in World 4 a lot. Also, you killed Niptits to push into World 4. I mean, oh, man. Okay. All right. Okay. Yep. He's... Oh, wow. Okay. Gotten all of World 3 almost. All right. I don't know what to look at. Refinery's good. You're doing here. Doing good here. Build levels. I mean, I gather you probably know what I'm going to say, but these shrines should all be leveled higher. They're taking minutes within a trim slot. That's an indication you should level these up. And honestly, you should max all of these out as soon as you can. The reason you do that is because it'll help you with more refinery cycle speed. It'll help you with more build speed. Just generally really, really good to help you progress just your construction, to help you progress your refinery. Death Note's all eclipsed. Glunko's at 1,000,000. You've gotten... I'll let that speak for itself. Okay, tower defenses are really low, criminally low. In fact, I don't think anyone at this stage of the end game should have Goblin Gorefest at 140. once you get Dragon Warrior statue, the boost food effect really goes insane. You can get a lot of souls, and you're also able to get like actually thousands of levels of the green damage bubble Bojack by just collecting, using Soulable Gum, collecting, and quick storaging all these. You can get like thousands of levels from this. Like, it's extremely easy. Yeah, if only Necri was here. The one time he's not here, I decided to do his review. Okay, I would retrap on all of your characters and just do EXP, just straight EXP, putting 20-hour nature traps for turtles on all of your characters. Do it on your Vman. Get the Maestro Transfusion talent, equip that, turn that on. Use Golden Ham Food. Try to get as much gold food effect you can through Star Signs with the Star Sign Doubler. Use the boost food effect card set. If you have the event food for boost food as well, try to double that if you can. That is boost food effect, right? I'm not mistaken. It's this one. No, this one. Boost food effects. Equip that. Try to get as much. No, boost food doesn't work. I'm lying. Forget about the boost food I said. Just get skill EXP and set the trap down. You should get a lot more trapping EXP simply due to the fact that you have Windwalker's base critters. Base critters helps give you so much more EXP. So with that upgrade unlocked in the Windwalker Compass, your EXP rate should really go skyrocket through the roof. And skill EXP gold food. Yes. Yeah, I did mention that, the golden hams. But you're probably able to break away from the 1 billion EXP and probably get close to 10 billion, if I'm being completely honest with you. Depending on which base critter you've upgraded in the compass, it'll give you a ton more EXP to help you push your character levels help push your character levels in trapping. Specifically for your V-Man, that's really important because it'll give you multiplicatively more critters and souls. The critters less so now because you've gotten all those vials to 13, but it'll help you get more EXP. Just, you know. Sorry, to help you get more souls. That's what I was trying to get at. Yeah. So retrap, do nature traps, get your characters all to like baseline 120 trapping. Your V-Man should always be on nature traps. You always want to push levels on your V-Man. So there's no reason not to. So I highly recommend trying to retrap. In fact, I need to retrap because I forgot to do that with Windwalker. At the very least, I would put like one 20-hour royal trap on for like your refinery materials, if anything, and that's it. Like one trap, and you should be more than fine with how many critters you have. And pop it out to me here. I guess slab maybe. Party dungeon. Ooh, wow. Okay, you have a lot of slab to do party dungeon wise. That is a heinous amount. Even has DK stuff. It's okay, so you've like almost never touched party dungeon. Like ever. Okay, well, you're missing a lot of party dungeon stuff. You can get a lot of your slab done. Also, don't forget to upgrade the thing in Party Dungeon, which honestly, I can go do right now. Since you have the Windwalker, honestly, I advise everyone to do this so you don't forget. Go to the shop, go to equipment, and I think it's, no, not there. It is here. Boop, there you go, upgrade it. Yeah, that's simple. Because that'll enable you to drop this pendant right here, which is in the party dungeon, so you can, obviously pick it up, +1 slab, etc. And yeah, definitely do this because you're missing a ton of stuff. You're missing divinity points, you're missing bit gain, you're missing essence gen, jade coin, sailing speed, total damage, all that stuff. Really, really good. You have This account is so confusing. It's crazy to me. This is... You have almost all Dreadnought boats, but haven't touched Hull. You've bought all the Exalted stamps in the gem shop. And you still only have like level 80 meals. Okay. When it comes to gaming, my biggest advice, obviously, is Gambit Cavern to help you get more snail mail every single day. Bravery gives an insane amount of bit multipliers, and also you're missing Isotope Discovery, which doesn't surprise me. So my number one thing for you is hard focus gaming bit gain and bravery. I also would highly recommend trying to upgrade Sprout Speed. Sprout Speed is a bigger increase to bit gain than actual raw bit gain increases are. The reason being is because the more speed you have in gaming, there's a higher and higher chance that your crops, whenever they grow, they skip a tier. So instead of a crop growing at tier 1, sometimes they will grow to tier 2. So if you see here, there's different tiers or evolutions of these crops. The higher speed you have, if it grows like this, like first plant right here, instead of it growing at this T1 right here, it'll grow to tier 2. And with even more speed, it'll skip tier 2 and go to tier 3. And instead of it going to tier 3, sometimes it'll go to tier 4. So gaming speed will help increase the chance that it skips the evolution tier. Oh God, what card did I just remove? This guy. So when I look at my gaming, if I harvest all and let it grow back, you see I have a tier 1, 2, 3, 4. A tier 4 plant is my base growth because I have so much gaming speed. And the reason that's important is because every single evolution tier that you skip and go to is effectively a bit multiplier. So by you increasing gaming speed, you're effectively increasing your bit multiplier. So that is why you want to upgrade speed. And the reason I point it out here is because I see your sprout speed's 8.66 billion, but your sprout value is 67.9 billion. What that tells me is you've spent all of your time, or almost a vast majority of your bit gain on sprout value, but not sprout speed. So you absolutely 100% want to upgrade that. Additionally, in your import section, I would definitely spend more red bits onto the squirrel because it'll help you get more acorns. And when you do collect a gaming, I would again just put all of it onto plants growing faster because you want more of that. I would also, looks like you've done Kitsune rocks. That's really, really good. And obviously putting more into snail, it'll help you get more extra daily mail. It does scale past 100%. So similar to Larry, there's a 1% chance for you to get 2 mail right now. If you push it past 200%, you can get 3 and 4 and 5 and so on and so forth. Also, if you want more sailing speed, if you want more sailing progress, farming. The more crops you find and unlock, the better gaming in World 5 would be. Also, oh wow. Oh wow. Please tell me there's a call out for your crop chance. There is no way. Right? Like there is no way. You can't grow that. There is Necri. You're killing me, man. You're missing sushi crops. You haven't found some of the later sushi crops. I don't believe for a second that you have this much crop value multi and that much Evo GMO and that much speed GMO. You are somehow at You were somehow at the billions of crops, but you don't have a single magic bean invested into super GMO. What the fuck? It's I don't understand. Guys, hold on. Does he have dilapidated slush skulls? Like, I have to check. Like, okay. There's no, why do you is your beanstalk capped out? You don't even need these on your character. You don't need this. You don't have grilled cheese stacks on your character. So Idleon's kind of like this, right? So this axis determines time, like time played in Idleon, and this is like difficulty, right? I'm writing sideways. I'll just write that there. Diff, right? So at the less time you have in Idleon, it's like pretty difficult, and then you're introduced to the vault, and like, ooh, difficulty like really like hits a low peak, and then you like really push to like world 6 and stuff, right? And the difficulty starts like ramping and ramping and like ramping. It's almost like logarithmic, right? And then you hit like world 6, you enter like leak spirits, things like really start to slow down, but then you remember like stamps and alchemy and stuff exist, so like difficulty starts going down because you're able to like stack up damage. And then the hole, like you realize the hole is there, and you start working on skill efficiency, and things start to get really easy. For some reason, I feel like you hit this threshold, and instead somehow the difficulty just kept going for you, because you're at, so you're like, you have 46 billion kills of samurai guardians, 287 billion Gmush, 18 billion clammies, 36 billion tremor worms. You have 1 million glunko kills. Your account was created on June 19th, 2022. And in that time, you've never done the push for isotope discovery. So I feel like I feel like you guys know the, hold on, is you guys know like the story of, was it Sisyphus with like the boulder? I feel like, Necri, you have all the tools available to you to put the boulder on like a cart to roll it uphill to make it easier for you, but instead you've somehow added brakes, and you've also like dug potholes up the mountain, and you've asked Zeus to make it snow. Sisyphus is Greek, right? It was Zeus. You are Heracles trying to fight the Nemean lion with spinach. and you're not Popeye. My biggest advice for you is to go to any of the videos I've made in the past year and a half, close your eyes and just pick one, and you'd probably find something to help you. So yeah, anyways, moral of the story, to recap my brief crash on your account. Number one, remember that your monuments exist. Do your monuments, scale villager exp, and get to cavern 15 as soon as possible. Active Siegebreaker here on the temple, the Sanctum, to try to get as many torches as you can. Try to push the Sanctum layers for more drop rate, more total damage, more class EXP, all that stuff to help your roll up the hill a little bit faster and take the brakes off the system. Like, I feel like your boulder needs an oil change somehow. And do a retrap, do an EXP retrap, do it on Vman, do transfusion, get golden ham, get boost food effect, try to increase your EXP as much as you can, do the nature traps on every character, do one of each critter so you have them for refinery purposes. In terms of alchemy, honestly, just focus on the multiplier. Bubbles is completely fine. You can focus on level up gift, you can focus on big game hunter, get big P up to 6k, do whatever you want at this stage. Please work on gaming. When you do bravery, focus a lot on gaming bit gain so you can get the 90q red super bits. At that point, obviously try to level up boron, get that to 30. Do your Windwalker abomination from World 1 that you're missing. Do your cooking. Do you remember that cooking exists? Use a stack of 10 ladles across all of your meals. Do a little bit of party dungeon slab grinding. Reset your summoning doublers for summoning. Do your summoning, do your endless summoning, get past wave 51, push into the 90s, get more Equinox max levels. We didn't even look at Equinox. I'm shocked. Shocked. Unfortunately, laboratory fuse enjoyer, but doesn't have food lust. I am flabbergasted. I am dumbfounded that you did this right, actually. No. Okay. Necri, thank you for the account. I appreciate it. It was good. Lots of fun. I think Dragon Warrior statue is a big push for you. But please, for the love of God, villager EXP, scale that as much as you can through the monuments and such. And we'll go and stop there. Thank you, Necri, for the account. I'll see you guys over on YouTube in another day, another video. Have a great day. Bye. Hey there, guys. It's Vman here. I just wanted to say deeply thank you to everyone who does support me over on YouTube and or Twitch. It really does help motivate me to continue making more videos. If you would like to become a channel member just starting at $1 a month, please check the description below. Have a great day.